Hey there, welcome back. And we're talking about promoting diversity among our kids. Veterinarian Dr. Cherice Roth doing just that with the help of her new children's book. And she's in studio this morning to talk about that with us. Congratulations to you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Excited to be here. On the books, yes. Plural. You have two of them out now.
I do.
This is so cool. So talk about what is a real doctor. Here's a look at that book and what this one addresses here.
Yeah, so as many veterinarians know, we always get the question, why didn't you become a real doctor? And so really what this book explores, it's my two sons, Tristan and Cooper, that are at school, and they talk about the similarities between human medicine and veterinary medicine and the things that I go through each day in patient care, and in each illustration I'm, of course, working on a different species.
Yeah, and so what inspired you to write this?
You know, I think that we pride ourselves on medicine and medical quality, but we really haven't done a great job of really showing the community what it is we do. So this book in particular was all about talking about Dr. Mom. And, you know, I happen to be a mom of color, a veterinarian of color. That's less than 2% of the profession is black. And so it was just important to have that depicted in a way that children could see themselves in the potential profession for themselves.
And hence the question, what does a real doctor look like? It could be you. Right?
That's right. Yeah. So book 2 is all about my nieces, and basically it's their journey of trying to figure out where they fit in. What do real doctors look like? Do they look like real doctors? And for book 2, what does real doctor look like? Really what it explores is that doctors look like all of us, that it's male, female, anywhere in between, different physical traits, different colors, different abilities. And so there are doctors with varying physical capabilities throughout the book as well, all depicted as clinicians.
And so as a vet, and when you get asked the question, why didn't you become a real doctor? You know, I just went through, our family had a really tough time. We had to put down our dog.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And it was horrible. It was like, you know, I mean, it's like losing a family member. It is losing a family member.
Absolutely, it is.
And so as a veterinarian, you know, what struck me in that process is your patient can't tell you what's up. You have to go in and do a lot of research to figure out exactly what's going on with that animal.
You know, it's exactly right. I liken it a lot to being a human mom. When you have that little critter in front of you, either human or otherwise, you really have to count on your tuition and how well you know that pet. And so much of the representation, the drive of having diversity increased in veterinary medicine is that our clients, our families that we serve, deserve to have clinicians that look like them and can understand where they're coming from.
And so what was the inspiration of the real doctor? I mean, you have basically a real doctor label going now.
Yeah.
So talk about that moving forward and what's next.
Yeah, the entire thing is this is about access to veterinary care. The better we talk about veterinary medicine, celebrate it, especially in the populations that may not have very much access to it, the more clinicians that we can get, the more veterinary nurses we can have come into this field. And that's really the goal. The more professionals that we have in the field, the more of these animals that we all care about so much can get care. Next up is book 3, which is What Does a Real Doctor Do? And what that does is I didn't meet, outside of my pediatrician, another doctor until I was well into my 20s. And so What Does a Real Doctor Do talks about what all the different types of doctors are.
Fantastic. Dr. Cherice Roth, thank you so much. And by the way, we have posted a link to her new book, What Does a Real Doctor Look Like, at fox13seattle.com. Let's get a look at what's happening on